I don't know who this is because it's not the one with the boots. This is another one. Is there 7? There's a total of 7.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
Hello, Simba. So it's 11 p.m. I just got home, finished unloading my car. I've been gone for 48 hours, and this is why I can't give the cats unlimited crunchies. So when I walked in the back door, I noticed this. So there's some vomit on the rug, and here's some vomit on the floor. It looks like, I don't know, maybe someone ate the vomit. There's not a whole lot of vomit there, but there was. Here in the hallway, I have some vomit, or remnants of vomit. And here's the hallway rug, and what do we have? More vomit. This is what's on the floor in my bedroom. This is vomit. These crunchies have not even been digested. These crunchies have been eaten and then regurgitated. And right here in the living room, there's a little bit more vomit. It's not too far from a crunchy feeder. There's a little bit more vomit here in the living room. And look what we have in the dining room. More undigested crunchies. So, yep. I did not expect this at all, and I'm gonna have to clean it all up. So if I had to make a bet as to which cat did this, my money would be on Boo, because he was in a really weird mood when I left the other night, and he spent the most time eating crunchies out of the crunchy feeders, his interactive crunchy feeder, and then the other one with the push button, the one that Stella likes. Also, the cats had crunchies in the automatic feeders. Yesterday morning, they had homemade raw food. And then yesterday evening for dinner, they had crunchies and freeze-dried raw. And then today for breakfast and dinner, they had crunchies and freeze-dried raw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean everything up. And then I'm going to give the cats some squeeze-ups. And hopefully they'll all eat squeeze-ups. If someone was really sick, they would not be acting normal right now. Boo's acting normal. He met me by the back door. He's super happy that I'm home. Simba's relaxing here on the cat tower. When I checked the security camera footage while I was away, Simba was acting totally normal. Here's Splash. Splash has been acting totally normal on the security camera footage. And here's Stella. Stella was acting normal also. Every time I checked the security cameras, the only cat that was acting a little strange was Boo. And the only reason he was acting strange is because he was moping around the house, because that's what he does when I'm not here. So he was sleeping more in the cat tower, like his office cat tower, and then he was eating a lot of crunchies out of the crunchy touch feeders, his interactive feeders, and he was just kind of walking around. It's 9:08 a.m. and this is Ringo and one of the torties. One of the torties was just on top of the table. That's why I grabbed the camera. So this automatic feeder outside is still on. I'm going to shut it off today because it's attracting a lot of raccoons. I was looking at the security camera footage from overnight. So many raccoons. Skunks, possums, and just raccoon after raccoon. So I'm going to shut it off because now that I'm back home, I'm just going to put plates of food out for the little cats. And I definitely need to make some phone calls this week. I want to call a few more vets or animal hospitals to see where I could bring these for spay and neuter. I got to figure out the logistics of that. So that's why I want to shut off the automatic feeder, because if the automatic feeder is off, then I'm more likely to be able to get a cat into a trap using food. So all the inside cats are acting normal this morning, and they just had their breakfast. Boo is still eating his. He likes to finish his breakfast in his room. So far so good. Everyone seems to be back to normal. I honestly think the vomiting was from Boo, because when I'm not here, he does get anxiety, and he does overeat on crunchies. So today I have to empty out any remaining food in the feeders, and then also clean them out and get them ready. I like to get them all cleaned, washed, and ready to go for the next time that I need to go away. That way I don't have to do anything then. They're all set up, and I just have to fill them. It's 9:30 a.m. I just looked outside, and there's two cats playing with each other in the yard. And here comes the one with the white paws that's walking across the patio. They're having a good time, so I'm not going to go outside right now. The other day when I went outside, I noticed there's a hole in the ground. Can you see? It's like that dark area. And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I was watering the plants. So I filled it with water, and it filled up with water. So it's just like a hole. And it seems that the cats are playing with it. They're having a really good time today. They're running around. And then they're playing with that hole. So then I was like, I wonder if it's a rodent hole. But I did fill it with water, and it doesn't go down deep to like a nest or anything. It's only a few inches deep. Maybe they enjoy having an unlimited supply of food out of that feeder. Right now it's going off 3 times a day. It's going off in the morning, in the middle of the day, and then before the sun goes down. And I have it set so that it dispenses a lot of food before the sun goes down, because that's when these cats were eating. These cats were eating like around dusk, like just before sunset. So that's why I have it dispensing the most amount of food. But that's probably not the best thing to do. Now that they're used to it, I should probably have it dispense the most amount in the morning. That way, by the end of the day, there's less food in it and less for the raccoons and skunks and possums to eat. Also, Grandpa Farrell made a new feeding table that's a little bit bigger than this one. This one is around 2 feet by 3 feet, and the one that he made is 3 feet by 3 feet, so it's quite bigger. And it has, higher legs. It'll be more stable, and I'm going to put that outside. Right now it's in my car. I haven't been outside yet. I don't want to freak the cats out. I'm just going to let them enjoy their morning. I have a lot of other things I can be doing inside. But it's supposed to be a beautiful day today. It's supposed to be in the 80s. It's probably going to be the last day in the 80s for quite a while. So I want to be outside and really enjoy it. I hope that's not a rodent hole. Here's Boo. He's in his room. He's watching the cats outside. And I'm wondering if the next time I go away, I should just leave him in his room by himself. He might like that better. If I just put him in here, shut the door. He'd probably be happy for a few days because he's so happy in this room. Like, he is so happy. He has everything he needs. He has the day sofa, which he loves laying on. Loves sleeping on it. He has this window, which he loves looking out of. He has his automatic feeder, and then he has a litter box. The only thing I would have to put in here is water. But I think he might be happier that way. I might try it. Or if I know I'm going to be out for like a day, not an overnight trip for just like most of the day, I might try it that way and see what happens. I've been outside for a while dealing with some stuff in the yard, and I just came inside and I'm watering the inside plants, and I found this. It's a lot of vomit, a lot of liquid. Boo has been drinking water. And if I want to do some detective work, it looks like there's a whole bunch of crunchies in here, which would have been crunchies that have been in the automatic feeder overnight. So I just cleaned all the automatic feeders, emptied them out. There was leftover crunchies in them. So it looks like someone ate a bunch of leftover crunchies. There also looks like remnants of a hairball with some black hair, some black cat hair. Now, the other day, Boo threw up a hairball in this exact location with some food. So that would make me think this was Boo. Also because he was laying on a cat tower not far from here. That would also make me think it's Boo. But he's acting normal right now. So here's Boo right now. And what happened was when I came inside, I walked out of the kitchen into the hallway and I saw Boo peeking out of the living room at me. And I was looking at him, I'm like, why is he peeking at me like that? So I walked over to him and gave him some pets. And then he walked over to this room, which is my bedroom. And he jumped on the bed and I gave him more pets. And then he jumped on the cat tower. So he seems to be feeling okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the vomit. And then I'll give him a squeeze up and we'll see if he eats it. And if he eats it, then that's good. What's going on, Boo? He still can be out of sorts from his schedule being off and me being away, but this puts him under observation right now. The cats had raw food for breakfast, and Boo finished his food in his room like normal, and he was acting totally normal this morning, so I'm hoping it's just the remnants of that hairball that just was upsetting his stomach. Because the other day, it did not look like he got the full hairball out. And maybe he got the rest of it out today. Look at this. I just came in the kitchen to get some cleaning supplies. And I saw this. I think this is the two torties. What they're eating is leftover food. So all that food on that platter was left over in the 3 automatic feeders downstairs. So it's a bunch of the freeze-dried raw food. That's those lighter nuggets are, and then some of the crunchies. And they were perfectly good. They've just been in the feeder for like a day or two. So I figured I'm not going to throw them out. I'll put them on a plate and I'll put them outside. The bowl of the automatic feeder is empty, but I did shut it off, so it's not going to be dispensing. And that's why I put this out here. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if that automatic feeder is empty. It shouldn't be. I'm going to check on it later. So it's much easier to access the automatic feeder when it's set up like this, because all I have to do is take the paver off the top and then the piece of wood, and then it's right there. When it was in the doghouse shelter, I'd have to take the entire roof off. Then I would have to take the paver off. Then it was a piece of wood, and then it was a piece of insulation. And then I'd finally get to the feeder. So it was a lot more work. This, I just take off those 2 things and get straight to it. And it's been holding up really well, even with the raccoons trying to get into it. I've been watching the security camera footage at night, and yeah, they try everything they can to get into that, but it's been holding up really well. I also put fresh water in the 2 water bowls outside. So there's this one, and then there's the big stainless steel one on the side of the house. That way they have fresh water. The reason why I use such big water bowls is so that if debris gets in it, or dirt or whatever, it'll dilute it more, and whatever water is in it will be fresher than if it's a small bowl. I'm trying to figure out if both of these cats have the same face markings. I thought only one of them had that face marking like going down their face, but they both might. So I thought this one was Ziggy. See how it has the marking like down the middle of the face? It reminded me of Ziggy Stardust. But does this one have it also? Oh no, this one is a little bit different. I need to figure out how to distinguish them from their markings other than their face. I think this is the first time in a very long time that I've seen the two of them together. They're obviously sisters. It's 12:30 p.m. Stella's hanging out by the back door, and I looked out the window, and the cat with like the white paws was outside, and it was sneaking around the patio. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if its name is Sneakers, because it has like the white shoes, which would be Sneakers, and the way it sneaks around, like it was like seriously sneaking around. And I think it definitely saw Stella because it was looking at Stella, and then it was doing, you know, the thing the cats do where they get like really low and then they walk really slow and carefully. It was basically sneaking around. So I'm wondering if that's its name. Maybe its name is Sneakers. It's 5:30 p.m. and let me show you what's going on here. So I noticed that the cats were looking for food in the bowl of the automatic feeder, which I shut off earlier. So I put a plate of the homemade cat food down for them with some crunchies. And look at this, I'm on the patio and they're coming to eat. Right now I'm probably 7 or 8 feet away from them. So right now little Richard's eating, and then that's Ringo who just grabbed some food. We could see him a few feet away. And then in the back of the yard, wow guys, in the back of the yard, I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is because it's not the one with the boots. This is another one. Is there 7? There's a total of 7? Oh my. Wow. That's not one of the torties, for sure. I got a really good look at the other tortie today. She's really pretty. She has a dark face, and then she has like a lighter circle above her left eye. So I'm working on a name for her. Wow, I don't know who this one is that we're looking at right now. The one on the left is Richard, and the one on the right is Ringo. Now, the other ones were just here, but I think they got scared when I came out. I'm gonna put another platter of food together for them, and we'll see who comes out. They're eating really, really fast. Maybe they haven't been happy with just the crunchies out of the automatic feeder. But they're definitely less afraid of me, even though they're probably just gonna eat the food and run. So this is the new table that Grandpa Farrell made. The legs are longer and the top is wider. It should actually fit over the automatic feeder in that blue tub, which could be convenient. The goal is just to protect the bowl from rain. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, I'd probably have to remove that middle leg on that side, because he put 3 legs on each side just for added stability in case some heavy raccoons jump on top of it. And I think they screw off, so I'll be able to get that off if I need to. Right now I just put it here to test it out, and it's working really good. It's nice for the cats to have some extra headspace underneath it, and it definitely gives them more space, so if it was raining, there's more room for them under there to eat. I just came inside to get more food. There is about 6 cats in the yard right now. There's 2 eating. We could see 2 on the grass, and I think there's another 2 in the back. I can't believe how many cats are around. None of them have tipped ears that I could see. I just came outside with some more food. So this is a can of Friskies with some water mixed in. The rest of the homemade food is still frozen. It's not fully defrosted yet. So there's 3 cats under the table and there's 2 in the back. So I just put it on a platter with some dry food. I put it under the table with the other platter. And this is what's going on. There's 5 cats. 1 brand new one. But they all seem to be from the same litter. They're all the same size. They're all the same age. I don't know how many cats can be from 1 litter. This would make 7. Alright, I'm gonna go inside. I'll let them come back and eat. So it's 5:48 p.m. and I hope they eat now because once it gets dark, then the raccoons are gonna be coming around. But I have to say I'm really shocked and surprised by how less fearful they are today. Maybe going away for 48 hours helped with that. Maybe having the automatic feeder on helped with that. I don't know. But they're not running away when I go outside. They're not running out of the yard. And I was only outside for a few minutes and I'm like all bitten up by bugs right now. So I don't know how these cats survive out there without getting a million bug bites. It looks like they like the homemade food better than the Friskies, because they're not even touching the plate with the Friskies. It's 6:30 p.m. and both of the plates are almost empty. The plate that had the Friskies still has some of the dry cat food on it. So I'm gonna see if I could put a little bit more food out if anyone else wants to eat more. There's still some cats in the yard. So we'll see. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.